Hello, design enthusiasts. I hope you can hear me now. Uh, Before we jump into the fantastic webinar, let's break the ice a bit. In the chat, please tell us where you're tuning in from. Share one word that describes your relationship with design. Are you a passionate creator, an inspiring artist, or a seasoned professional? Please let us know on the chat, and we'll go to the next slide. About me, I'm Sudhir Thapa, Customer Success Manager here in GSI with 6 years in the AAC industry and over 3 years of experience in BIM with GIS integrations as well. And I would also like to introduce Nemescheck Group. The company has been successfully driving forward the digitalization of the AAC industry. The Nemescheck Group brands and segments are in planning plus design, build plus construct, operate plus manage, media plus entertainment, and the Graphisoft falls under the planning plus design section. There are other brands such as Bluebeam, Solibri, Allplan, Visa, Vectorworks, as you can see in the image. Moving on to the next slide. I'd also like to introduce GSI Group, who is the authorized technology and sales partner of several Nemescheck brands. We also specialize in software licensing, software development, technical support, and training. Moving on to the next slide, we have Graphisoft now, which was developed by the Hungarian company Graphisoft, and now Archicad and the overall Graphisoft solutions is being used by a lot of architects and engineers worldwide. Moving on to the next slide, this is a bit of chart which you can see about the services and solutions that Graphisoft provides. On the solutions side, you can see we have Archicad over here, the TDS CAD, BIM Cloud, and BIMX. Whereas for the services, you can see there's a Learn platform in Graphisoft, and there's Forward for getting support and services, and the community for sharing and getting informed about Graphisoft solutions and services. So now we dive more into the exciting world of Graphisoft Archicad. So let's take a quick look at what topics we'll be covering. So during our time together, we'll be talking about the new feature added in Archicad 27, which is the design options feature. So basically, we will be talking about how to create design combinations with the option sets. And we will also talk about the elements which will be assigned to each design option. We will also focus on the editing settings, which is called as the focused editing settings. And we'll also leave some time for questions at the end. So stick around for the entire session to get the most out of it. So the design options, we have a problem statement here that I want to quickly show it to you and talk about it as well, because during the design concept phase, we have multiple design options that we need to test out for the client. There are various architectural design challenges coming up depending on the nature of the project, and to be able to create a design with multiple options, then finding the suitable one for tackling those challenges is very important. So to create options, one must allocate certain time and resource as well. Hence, we have this feature because Archicad now is able to give you a single model for multiple design options, so that you can now help your team and client to quickly figure out the requirements and choose the suitable design option while overcoming design challenges. So this feature allows us to have one model for showcasing multiple design options quickly for making informed decisions. The client can also easily visualize and choose from the design options. So yeah, all in all, it's a great feature. So moving on to the next slide. For this webinar, we have a project which will showcase two design options. It's a container project with a vision where the first design option introduces an outdoor seating experience, encircling a live music performance platform nestled in the center. This outdoor oasis not only provides a unique setting for entertainment, but also enhances the overall aesthetic appeal. And as an alternative, the design option 2 seamlessly integrates functionality, aesthetics, and a dynamic user experience. The two-story concept harmoniously blends indoor and outdoor spaces to cater to diverse needs. This design option envisions a spacious indoor setting featuring a reception area that welcomes visitors into a sophisticated environment. So with these two design options, we will try and see how to perform those design option sets, assign those elements in the proper design options, and just try to model them one by one. So moving on to the next slide, we have this trace that I created for the webinar. You can see over here, there's a trace option, and I'll sort of now move on to the Graphisoft interface of Archicad. So now we are in the Archicad interface here. Before we begin, I would like to show you where the design option palette is. So if you go over to the window and palettes, and there's the design option. So if you click that, there's a palette, and you can just adjust, put it where you want. And once that's done, we will sort of just create the design option combinations and the design option sets. So in the combinations, I'll add one, option 1 plus the main model, and another one is going to be option 2 plus main model. And in the option 1 main model, we will add option option 1, which is going to be turned on, and there's going to be an option 2 off, but in option 2 plus main model combination, we will have the option 2 turned on. So once you cycle through those, it cycles over here as well. So option 1, and option 2 plus main model, option 2, right? So once that's set, you can just press OK. And for now, we will be just not working on with option 1 or option 2. We will just focus on the main model. So I turn these off and I put this on the main model. So now I can use my worksheet where I saved the trace for us to quickly model the building. So as you can see, I've put down some notes where I'll be using the elements from the favorites that we have saved in this project file and design the model elements using those favorites that are saved. And we will also use the hotspots and the trace lines for the appropriate placements, which will be quick. So if I start from the terrain here, using the mesh tool, so which is over here at the design tab, you can see there's a mesh tool. You click that, and if we get this drop down arrow, there's this favorites folder here. I've set up the webinar terrain over here, and it will quickly give me the terrain with the settings already set. So I placed the terrain, place the slab with the building mass, slab, the building mass right here, and we will use the rectangular option again. That's the mesh tool and the slab tool. You can see it's placed really nice. And going back to the ground floor, we'll also put the platform for the piano using the slab tool. Platform for the piano, double click that and one click, next click place, go to 3D, check it out. Yeah, it's right there. And now we will be placing some of these walls. So to do that, I'll go to wall tab right here and use the wall container to place these. Exterior walls, one by one. And for the option 2, we have the other trace map right here. So which will be this one. We will have to first assign the elements to the correct option so that the main model is shifted towards option 1 and we can add more to the option 2, right? So to do that, it's just simple. We select the option 1 here and get the elements that are going to be in the option 1. So such as this, we'll relink to that option right here. We'll relink that to option 1. Relink this, the audience seating to option 1, and slowly it's going to disappear because we have the option 1 powered off, right? The icon is powered off, so the elements are getting hidden while we relink it with option 1. So that's that. Let's just hide. Okay, let's keep these columns there because in the option 2, as we can see, the columns are there. So the columns are there, so it's going to be on the main model. The only new things that we have is this set of walls and the furnitures over here. The rest of the thing over here in the interior side, there's a wall shifts towards this side, so that means this is option 1 as well. And if we check that, this door here will also be in option 1. We have an open space here, so it's that, and everything else is the main model. So now let's put things on the option 2 side, right? So on the option 2, we have the walls we created with the same wall tool. And as you can see, these walls are going to be in option 2, which is this one. So we highlight this, relink that, it will disappear. As you can see that only the main model is visible because we have turned off the option 1 and option 2, right? So if you just sort of start turning on, then you can visualize the option 2 right here, sorry, option 1 right here and option 2 right here. So it sort of changes, and that's how it's done. It's quite easy to fix that. So option 2, and I'm missing this option 2 internal wall right here, you can see that. So if I place that and assign it to option 2. It's going to be fixed for the option 2 set. And now when we go towards 3D and turn on option 1, you can see the highlighted part. And if we turn on option 2, you can see the walls coming out, right? And it's that simple. So if we try to visualize it in a normal texture, we can use the focused editing settings, which we also are going to talk about in this webinar. So if we use the focused editing settings, we can change this color to the original one so that it will give you the original graphics. I see the chairs are placed in the right height. Elevation, we can just do that. Drag it to STB for now. And that's all right. And so you can see if we cycle to option 2, it's going to go create that wall for us. And here I would want to show and give some time for the design option manager, right? So to cycle that, I also have this settings that I would like to show you, sort of saving those views, ground floor views for each option. So save as view, custom. So this is going to be option 1, ground, create that, put it inside the design options. It will house the option 1 and main model. I'll just redefine this, close that, and again I'll save a new view, which is going to be option 2, save this round, and we'll keep this as option 2 plus main model. Create that, and we have it over here now. So once we created the views, we can cycle through option 1 and option 2 quickly, as you can see that. So making use of the design option manager, yeah, and saving these towards the view map will give you that quick overview of your options, option 1, option 2. So there we have it. That easy. And also I would like to add on focus editing. There's an option called edit default only. So when you have that turned on, you are not able to select or edit the elements that belong to option 2, which is highlighted right now. So if you edit default only is turned off, then you are able to select these elements and edit them. So this is the feature for focused editing part. So if you turn that on and off, you cycle through being able to edit them and not edit them. And the fade environment is just about fading your options out. So you can use the original color or use certain different colors that you like to have. You can also use the custom colors to sort of use different colors and highlight your options. Pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please just drop it down in the chat and we will try and get back to you with the answers. And thank you for watching today's webinar. I hope you found this useful. And we are almost out of time, so I will see you in the next webinar, which is going to be tomorrow, for the energy simulation report of this exact same building, we will use the same model to create the energy simulation report. Thank you.